Let's go, let's go, let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. I am your host, Ramon Preston. If you're coming on live, please do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and please tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know that the Ramon Preston Show is live right here from the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today is Wednesday, W-I-N-S Day. So if you're joining me live, please hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know that the Ramon Preston Show is live. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about something that you should be paying a lot of attention to, and that is how to multiply the moolah, baby. How do you multiply your money? Now, of course, there's so many different ways that you can multiply your money. But I'm going to talk to you today about one of the most creative ways that you can multiply your money, especially if you are an entrepreneur. Now, if you're not an entrepreneur, it's not as easy to multiply your money because you're probably limited to a salary, you're limited to being paid by the hour. But if you're an entrepreneur, or if you have ideas for entrepreneurship, I'm going to show you how to multiply your money. So here's what I need you to do. You should be hitting the like button. You should be hitting the share button. You should be tagging somebody and let them know that your boy, Ramon Preston, and my squad, we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And I want you to put in the comments as well, put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. Let me know what city you're watching me from, okay? And while you're putting that in the comments, again, I want to say welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. And if you don't know, now you know. My name is Ramon Preston, and every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, Eastern Standard Time, right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, I show up here on this show to share information with you that I know you can use to properly start, properly structure, so that at some point you can scale your business, maybe your ministry, and your income streams. Now, what qualifies me to share information with you 5 days a doggone week? Well, number one, I have built a successful organizational enterprise. I am the poster child for what it looks like to go from hood figure to seven figures. As a matter of fact, everything that I teach on this show is a direct reflection of my life, and it's an extension of what I do as a business consultant, a coach, and an educator on a day-to-day basis. And so today I want to talk to you about how to multiply your money as an entrepreneur. And again, everybody has their own opinion about things you can do to multiply your money. But I believe one of the biggest hacks, one of the biggest overlooked opportunities to multiply your money is the opportunity or the hack of you taking the intellectual assets that you have in your mind, ideas, experience, you have expertise. One of the biggest opportunities and hacks that you have is to take that intellectual property, package it in the form of coaching, consulting, and education, and introducing those packages to the marketplace. Every time I talk to people and I tell them that they should be in the coaching business, they should be consultants, they should be educators, I hear the same old thing. I ain't no coach. I don't know how to consult. I ain't never been to school for it. I haven't gone through John Maxwell's program, or I haven't been trained for it, or I'm not really a teacher. But here's the thing. If you're an entrepreneur, all my entrepreneurs that are listening to me and watching me right now, I want you to hear this. If you are an entrepreneur and you sell a product, or if you provide a service, it don't matter what the product is. You can sell hats, you can sell pens, you could sell shoes, you could sell drawers, you can cut grass, you can cut hair, you can do nails. Whatever the product is that you sell in your business and whatever the service is that you provide in your business, if I called you to speak to you about your product and I ask you questions about your product or about your services, what are you going to do? I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to educate me. This is what you're going to do. So if you sell apparel and I asked you, like, what is the fabric of your apparel? Oh, the fabric is cotton. Do you provide any other fabric? Well, we do have some polyester. Do you have different sizes? Yes, we have different sizes. Do they all fit the same? They don't all fit the same. Like, you're going to start giving me your whole spiel on why I should buy your apparel, why I should use you to cut my grass, why I should use you to do digital marketing. In other words, you are essentially educating me. You are essentially consulting me, and if I wanted to get in the game to work with you or to make money with you or to become an affiliate of your business, you will coach me. So every entrepreneur that I meet, whether I'm coaching them, consulting them, or just meeting them in general, they are essentially doing the very thing that I'm telling them to do. They're just not getting paid to do it. So I'm telling you, if you want to multiply your money as an entrepreneur, because you ain't making enough money selling your products, you ain't making enough money selling your services, I'm telling you what you need to do. You need to learn the ins and outs of coaching and consulting. You need to figure out how can you take the IP, the intellectual property of your ideas, of your expertise, of your knowledge in a certain field or in a certain business with products and services, and how can you package those things in ways that you can offer them to people like me so that we can pay you for your expertise. Like, this is one of the biggest hacks and one of the biggest opportunities that I think entrepreneurs are going to see within the next 3 years. Now, let me give you some statistics behind why I believe this is one of the biggest hacks and opportunities, which, by the way, for those of you that are watching me on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn, if you see me moving my hand and looking over here, it's because I'm trying my best to go live on Instagram, because Instagram is not built into or integrated into a lot of the streaming software that we use. So we still got to go live from our phone to get Instagram. But nevertheless, I want to explain something to you. There are some statistics behind why what I'm saying to you is the biggest hack for the next 3 years. Why what I'm saying to you is the biggest opportunity for the next 3 years. Here are some statistics, okay? There are statistics and studies that are showing the coaching industry is going to almost double in the next 3 years. Think about that. The coaching industry, whether you're a life coach, whether you are a business coach, whether you are a financial coach, whether you are a health coach, a relationship coach, a spiritual coach, an eye coach, a foot coach, an elbow coach, whatever type of coaching you are, or you think you have the propensity to be, as a whole, the coaching industry is projected to double in the next 3 years. Currently, as of 2023, the coaching industry is close to a $15 to $20 billion industry. So within the next 3 years, it can go from $15 to $20 billion a year as an industry to about $30 billion. It can go from about 55,000 coaches today to maybe 100 or 110,000 coaches in 3 years. As a matter of fact, some of these same experts and companies and organizations that do these statistical studies and do this research, they are projecting that the number of millionaires will double in the next 3 years. And I'm telling you, maybe I'm speculating, but Time is going to tell if what I'm saying is true. I'm telling you, I truly believe that if the number of millionaires is going to double in the next 3 years, I'm the one that's going to tell you right now, a lot of those millionaires that we're going to see in the next 3 years are going to be online coaches, online educators. They're going to have online courses. They're going to be doing e-commerce. They're going to be digital marketers and influencers, essentially doing what I'm showing people how to build businesses to do. And again, I'm qualified to have this conversation because I'm an educator. I'm a teacher at heart. I've been an educator and a teacher since I've gotten into business, even since I've been in the ministry. So I've always taught. I've always been a student. I've always been a learner. I've always enjoyed taking what I learned and repackaging it and repurposing it and giving it to people. But I'm telling you, once I started understanding the world of online education, and once I started learning the power of knowledge and packaging that knowledge and giving people opportunities to get access to it, it changed the whole course of my business. So I have a coaching division under my organization. I have a consulting division under my organization, and I have a coaching division. I have 3 separate divisions. Even though I have products and programs that I put all 3 of those components together, they are still separate divisions. All of these divisions that I'm talking about make 6 figures a year, over $100,000 a year separately. So I know I'm qualified to tell you that it works, but just being qualified to tell you that it works, but not really explaining to you how it works and what you can do to make it work, it ain't really gonna do you no good. And so again, the way you multiply your money as an entrepreneur is by taking whatever the products are that you sell, whatever the services are that you provide, and repurposing them into products for consulting and coaching and education. So let me give you an example. If you have a business that sells products, it could be an online store, or you have a business that sells, that provides a service. It could be cutting grass, trimming trees, washing cars, shining shoes. Whatever you have done just to get the business started can become an educational course itself. Am I making sense? Like whatever you've done, like you can just take this pen and sell one pen. If you put something around that in the form of a course or in the form of a how-to step-by-step process for selling one pen, you've created something outside of just selling the pen. Does that make sense? So one product I can have is the pen. The pen can be, I'm trying to give my IG family an opportunity to see what I'm putting on the board. So the pen can be your business. Your business can be, I sell pens. Okay, well, you can make money for selling pens. But I can also take this pen and I can create a course. I can create curriculum and content for people to understand the pen business, the manufacturing of pens, and how to take an entity and to put pens in that entity to sell it. I can show people how to start a pen business. So that's a whole nother product. Okay, I can find people who want to get into the pen business and offer coaching to them to show them, here is how you get into the pen business. Here is how you sell your pens. Here is how you manufacture your pens. That's another program. I can find companies who are already selling pens or who are selling paper that's connected to pens, and I can provide consulting to them to show them why they need to work and collaborate with pen companies since they sell paper. That's another stream of income. So right here, I took one business and I've created multiple streams of income. Now, it ain't just that easy. I'm making it sound easy, but at least it's practical. It's doable. It's something that you have the possibility to do if you just take the time to build a business around it. So now many of you that don't have the operating business, if you don't have the operating business, meaning that you don't have a product or a service that you're currently selling and you're not making money from it, but you want a business for coaching and consulting, well, there are very strategic ways that you need to approach this in order for you to have the attention you need in the marketplace. So let me explain this to you, okay? So now I'm just talking to those of you who you're not thinking about selling products or thinking about providing a service. You want your products and your service to be strictly coaching or consulting or education, or you want to be an online influencer, which is a version of coaching, consulting, and education that you need to take into consideration. So let's just say you want to strictly be a coach. You want to strictly be a consultant. You want to be a 100% educator. What do you do? Well, for me, I teach this concept called the SMS matrix. Okay. And here's the good thing, because I live what I preach. So it's easy for me to share this with you because I have courses on everything that I share with you, because I can't preach what I'm not practicing. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. I'm a realist. I like to keep it 100 with myself. So if I'm gonna preach something, I want to be able to practice it. So here's a concept that I teach. It's called the SMS matrix. And what this concept does is it shows you how to use entities like a holding company or any LLC, but it shows you how to take these entities and use them to properly position yourself in the marketplace. So my personal belief is when you use concepts like the concept that I've created and I teach called the SMS matrix, which the SMS is an acronym for S, structure, M, marketing, and S, sales. So if I don't have all my diagrams that I can show you from my whiteboard right now, because I'm just hosting a show for almost an hour, right? But I do have diagrams to show you how this works. But let me just kind of give you an idea of how this SMS, structure, marketing, sales matrix works if you want to build a legitimate, successful coaching business. Well, you should be at the top of the mountain of your organization. And however you start your LLC or your business, you should already have your brand in mind. This is one of the reasons why my company is named Ramon Preston Enterprises. Why? Because I want my business to be a reflection of who I am. I want to connect with people. I want to build a brand. I want brand recognition. I want to be the brand ambassador. I want as much attention as I can possibly get. And if I can move barriers out of the way, meaning that you can use a different name other than your name, but sometimes in your messaging, you just have to over-explain what that business is about. Like, for example, I could have named my company Next Level Enterprises. So Next Level is a brand under my company, right? We have an apparel line. We have a church and a ministry for Next Level. We have a certain business activities that are labeled Next Level. So let's say, for example, I could have named my company Next Level Enterprises. So when you see the NEX level, you know that, okay, wow, what does that mean? But you really don't associate it to me unless you know me. If you don't know me, now I have to come back around and like jump over the hurdle and the barrier of you not knowing what the next level means, what Next Level Enterprises means. This is why your branding and your brand identity is so important, because if you're standing at the top of that mountain as you need to either use your name or a name that's relevant enough that people can connect to someone. I mean, even some of the biggest companies in the world, like Geico, they have a brand ambassador. They have a Geico lizard. Even the cereal companies and a lot of the major companies in the world, they have some type of imagery that they use or character that they use to give you and I as the end consumers someone to connect with. Now, you can't use the Amazons of the world or the Facebooks of the world as your example because number one, they are anomalies. They're different. Number one, they're tech companies and they're different. So many of them have had funding. They had people to invest in the early stages and the beginning stages. So a lot of them you don't have what they have. I always tell this, especially to people in my community, you can't be trying to take advice and follow the pattern of certain companies that don't even have the disadvantages you have. Most businesses that start from the ground up probably don't have working capital, probably don't have good credit. Most of us entrepreneurs that start our businesses, we trying to eat. So that means we go out there today to make money and we using that money to live today, only to do it tomorrow all over again. So we don't always have the luxury of creating names and fictitious names and entities without creating some type of brand. So if you want to add fuel to the fire of your coaching business, you need to build it around you and create a persona so people have someone to connect to, which it should be you. That's one of the reasons why I use Ramon Preston Enterprises. So when you think about the structure of your business, so let's say structure, this is my SMS, marketing and sales. So I like coaches to build their businesses that simulate a funnel. That's how your coaching business needs to be built. It needs to simulate a funnel. You don't start a business and then think, oh, I need a sales funnel over here, or I need to create a landing page over here. Your company should be a landing page. See, if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's because concepts like this are not familiar to you. So you have to learn these concepts until it becomes a reality. Oh, wow, I get what he's saying. What he's saying to me is I don't need to start a business and then chase after money trying to figure out how do I create a funnel? How do I create a pipeline? How do I build landing pages? No, my company should be built that way. So I'm at the top of my company, Ramon Preston Enterprises. So I've structured my business like a funnel. So now every time somebody wants to do business with me, it doesn't matter what type of products and services I have. It could be apparel. I have an online store. My wife and I, we do real estate. My wife is a licensed real estate agent. I mean, I used to be like the handyman. That's how we first started our business. So we can do that type of work if we wanted to. We can coach people. We can educate. We have an online education. We have a ministry. We got a church. We got all types of products and services and programs and offers under our organization. But it really doesn't matter until somebody connects with me at the top of the funnel and I direct that traffic. So if you want to be a coach, a consultant, an educator, or let me just put it this way. If you want to multiply your money, if you want to make money, you need to consider either building or rebuilding your business in a way that your products and services that are the most valuable can be at the top of your funnel, so that when you go into the marketplace and introduce yourself, you're not going into the marketplace introducing yourself as the guy or the gal that sells a product or a service. I always give this example. If Joe the plumber has a plumbing company, I always give this example. If Joe the plumber has a plumbing company, right? And Joe the plumber has built his plumbing company just based on being Joe the plumber. So right here, Joe has a product or a service. His product and service is plumbing. So Joe goes out into the marketplace and tries to get attention because he wants people to use his plumbing service, right? So if I call Joe, ask Joe his prices, Joe is probably going to tell me, well, I need to come by your house and look at the pipe and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it could be PVC or it could be, metal or whatever. So, Joe has his little spiel that he gives you, right? If Joe comes out, Joe gives me an estimate, but Joe has a lot of competition. So everybody wants to give a free estimate. Everybody wants your plumbing service. So Joe has positioned himself as a plumber because Joe doesn't understand the value of coaching, consulting, and education. Even though if I talk to Joe about plumbing, if I ask Joe questions about pipes and PVC and toilets and leaks, Joe knows everything about all this stuff. If I told Joe I was going to school to get my plumber's license, Joe would probably let me intern with him for a couple days just to learn the plumbing business. So Joe is already educating. Joe is already coaching. Joe is already consulting, but Joe ain't getting paid for it because Joe does not know how to multiply his money as an entrepreneur. Am I making sense? But if I was Joe, here's what I would do. I would create not Joe the plumbing service or Joe's plumbing service. I would create Joe's Enterprises. You get what I'm saying? And then with Joe's Enterprises, I would offer consulting, coaching, and education specifically in the plumbing industry. And it may be in other industries. I would have consulting services for companies who are looking to expand their plumbing business, who are looking to work with clients. I'll have coaching programs for people who want to get in the plumbing business or who are already in it, but they need to grow their business. I will have educational content and curriculum and courses to show people how to build their plumbing businesses, how to have contracts with Home Depot and Lowe's, and how to get on vendors lists. Those will be my services at the top because that's going to be my funnel. So even if somebody just wants to use my plumbing service, they still have to come through the filter and the funnel of Joe the plumbing expert who has an organizational enterprise, not Joe the plumber. So my plumbing service, I will still have it, but my plumbing service will be way down here as a division of Joe's Enterprises. Like the stuff I'm telling you is what's going to make a whole lot of people millionaires in the next couple years. This is what changed the whole face of my company. The reason why I can sit here today and talk to you as a millionaire mogul with a company or an organizational enterprise that's worth definitely a couple $1 million easily. Easily. With divisions, multiple divisions that generate 6 figures in all of those divisions, with a whole university training platform, with the whole consulting group, with the whole coaching division. The reason why I can do it is because of concepts like this. And this has become a multiplier for me. When my wife and I started as a 2-person entrepreneur team 20 years ago, I didn't know this stuff. I didn't understand this stuff, but I had the passion, I had the grit, I had the grind, the work ethic. My wife was willing to work with me and to help me build our company. And we were just a 2-person team. My wife had a real estate license. I didn't have a real estate license. All I had was a carpenter's belt and a bag of tools as a handyman. And that's how me and my wife started. And my wife and I worked our butts off. I mean, we would work with people who wanted to purchase homes to live in, who wanted to purchase homes to rent. We would manage, like everything that my wife and I have built started with us just finding somebody who wanted to buy a home, who probably didn't have enough money, didn't have enough credit, didn't have enough down payments. We had to work with lenders and banks and credit repair companies. We had to work with inspectors and appraisers. We had to work with contractors to help them cut costs so that, okay, you're gonna buy a house that's a little cheaper, but we can go in and paint it for you. We can put carpets in. That led to us flipping properties, wholesaling deals. Like, it just, one thing led to another. But we got to a point that we realized we're leaving a whole lot of money on the table because we're providing a specific service, but the service is way down here. We're providing a real estate salesperson service. We're providing a handyman service when we should have been way up here consulting people on these things that they wanted to do. Even if we ended up doing it, at least they came into our ecosystem valuing who we were different. Because the value of our service down here goes up because we were not introduced as the handyman or the two-person team. We were introduced as consultants. And once we started elevating our value and repackaging our services and shifting these services where we put consulting at the top and, you know, like being the real estate agent at the bottom or being the handyman at the bottom, it multiplied our business. It literally multiplied our business. Now, of course, I have an offer for you today because that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, I have no problem extending offers to my community, to my tribe, to my people, because I want you to know the things I know like I know them, and I want you to win too. I don't want to be the only person winning. I want my staff to win. I want my family to win. I want my followers and my community to win. I want everybody to win. But at some point, I have to be willing to extend something to you to give you an opportunity to get in and to learn these things. And so what I'm offering today, I have a program. It's called the Coaching Boot Camp. And this program offers an online course where I teach you my 20-point process for building a six-figure coaching business. So I teach you about the industry of coaching and consulting, the different categories of coaching and consulting. I show you how to acquire clients. It's called client acquisition. I teach you client onboarding, how to provide services, how to package your coaching, how to price it. Because a lot of people who are in the coaching business, I have clients that are in my coaching program that I coach that have gotten certifications from other schools, and they still don't know how to build a coaching business. They don't know how to price their products. They don't know how to package them. They don't know how to draft contracts. I show you all this stuff. How do you create a contract for your coaching program? Why should you have contracts? Why do you need to have those types of contracts? Why do you need to build that type of inventory? How do you take consulting, coaching, and education and create hybrid programs? So I have a boot camp. It's called the Coaching Boot Camp. It's a $1,000 program that includes an online course and 1 day of training. I'm offering it to my community. This is how bad I want you to start doing it because we don't have enough coaches. I'm offering this $1,000 program for $197. So if you want to take a chance on yourself to become better at coaching, again, even if you have a business that's operating, selling a product or providing a service, just learning these principles and concepts will give you an opportunity to look at what you're already doing and to see that, wow, I can take what I know about the products I sell and the services I provide, and I can create courses. I can create curriculum. I can take the intellectual property and assets of what I know and my expertise and experience. I can coach people. I can consult people. Like, you leaving a whole lot of money on the table. I'm telling you, you're definitely, this is why I know I can show anybody how to build a six-figure coaching business, especially if you're an entrepreneur selling stuff today. Because if you're selling anything today or trying to sell anything and the things that you're selling are not built around coaching, consulting, and education, you're leaving at least $100,000 a year on the table. Hands down, point blank, period. It ain't going to be easy because there's a whole lot of other things that you got to get good at, like providing the service, making sure your content is valuable, marketing it, learning how to sell, learning how to have a process to walk people through to close and to convert them into clients. But nevertheless, you have to build the infrastructure of your business. So I'm offering my coaching bootcamp, which includes an online course and 1 day of training. It's a $1,000 program. If you go to Ramon Preston University right now, if you click on my coaching bootcamp, you will see that it is currently a $997 program that includes the online course and the 1 day of training. I am extending this offer for $197. So I want to encourage you, but I want to more importantly invite you to join me and a group of others for the next couple of weeks, because I'm hosting my first 1 day coaching boot camp on Saturday, March the 25th. So we have about 4 weeks from now. So if you start today, you can take the online course, you can learn my 20-point process, you can familiarize yourself with these concepts and principles, and then you can join me on March the 25th, either in person or virtually, so that we can put the finishing touches on your business. So if you have a current business and you want to integrate coaching and consulting and education to it, we could put the finishing touches on it. If you don't have a business, but you want your main business to be coaching, consulting, and education, I'm the guy for it, because I'm doing it right now. So all you have to do is, let me move over. I know y'all can see it, but here you can text the word coach. This is all you need to do. Text the word coach to 678-276-8253. Just text the word coach. Again, if you go to my university platform, you can't purchase this program for $197. This program with the online course and the 1 day of training is $997 on my platform. The only way you can purchase it is if you text coach to 678-276-8253. This is something that we're doing in-house because I want to give my community an opportunity to learn some of the most sophisticated concepts and principles that have changed my life. They've given me opportunities of success that I wouldn't have had if I never learned this and figured this out and pivoted into it and committed myself to it. So I want to give you that same opportunity. So text the word coach to 678-276-8253. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you today. Again, if you are a coach or you're looking at getting into this business and you do not have this information, you got to get your game up. You got to get your game up. You got to get it up, okay? But you got to text me. You got to text me. Text coach to 678. Take that number down, 276-8253. All right? When you text that word to that number, here's what's going to happen. We're going to reach back out to you immediately. All right? My team is always ready. We're going to reach back out to you. And when we reach back out to you, we're going to verify that you're responding to this offer. So instead of paying $997, you want to invest $197. You're saving 80%. This is a $1,000 program that I have on my platform right now that I sell to clients to teach them how to build six-figure coaching businesses, okay? I'm giving it to you for $197. So you're going to have at least 4 weeks to do all the training on the online course, and then you'll have 1 day of training in the boot camp with me so we can put the finishing touches on your coaching business and show you how to either build one from the ground up or integrate these components into the business you already have so that you can start making money and being a blessing to the people who need what you know you're good at doing, okay? So just text the word coach to 678-276-8253. And when we reach back out to you and verify that this is what you want, we will process this $197 either over the phone, or we can send you a secure invoice, whatever works best for you. And once that $197 is processed, we're going to instantly onboard you to the online course so you can start training today. All right. You can start training today. Like literally when that payment is processed, we will onboard you. You'll get a welcome email. Most likely one of the team members or one of our concierges will call you just to confirm that you can get on the platform if you're not on it. So you can get access to it. And you will also get your VIP ticket via email. You'll get a confirmation that you have been RSVP'd for free to the one-day boot camp that we're going to host on Saturday, March the 25th. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And if you want to multiply your business as an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, within the next 3 years, the number of millionaires are going to double. It's going to happen. 3 years from now, 2026, mark my words, you can go back and watch this video and say, man, this dude said the number of millionaires was going to double in 3 years. And he was bold enough to even say that he thinks or believes that most of those millionaires that will be created in this 3-year window will be created from becoming digital influencers, creating digital courses, becoming online coaches and consultants. I'm telling you it is. Like the writing is on the wall, but you can't get in that game if you don't know how to play it. And I want as many people as possible to play it. And you might think, why do you want to give us all this information to become your competition? See, that's where you got it wrong at. You're not my competition. You're my colleague, maybe. You ain't my competition because there's no shortage of money. There are 8 billion people on the planet. Even if the number of coaches in the world doubles in the next 3 years, there are only 55,000 coaches in the world today. Most of these coaches ain't even making no money. I'm making more money than most of these coaches today. The average coach only makes $60,000 a year. I make 10 times as much as a coach and a consultant. So we're not even on the same page. So I'm not concerned about competition. As a matter of fact, I think I'm more concerned about getting some credit because you start winning. Because if you learn what I know and I teach you all of this and you get it, and you crush it, guess who you're going to give some credit to at some point? At some point, you're going to say, man, I got to give that dude some credit, man. He showed me the game. I took it and ran with it. If it wasn't for him giving me a little bit of info or whatever, I'm going to get some credit from somebody. So I think getting credit and the attention and the recognition that come from that credit is more valuable than me not giving it to you because I want to make a little bit more money. It ain't that deep for me. All right. So I appreciate all of you. Love all of you. Thank you all for joining us today on the Ramon Preston Show. You know I'll be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, Eastern Standard Time. You should be telling Lolly Dolly everybody that your boy Ramon Preston, his squad, be live every day right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Don't forget, text the word coach. Text the word coach. Text the word coach to 678-276-8253. 678-276-8253. 678-276-8253. I'll see y'all tomorrow right here on the